ចូលនៅ
Hello and good evening. Welcome to our show. Welcome to Khmer Youth Voices for Justice. My name is Linda Wu. Today is Tuesday, February 15, 2022. This show is part of the CNRP-America live TV show. I am broadcasting live from Los Angeles, California. Thank you again for joining us tonight. Thank you for continue to support our show. Thank you for always give us a courage, give us a note, comment, and thank you for always joining us. And before we started, I always ask you every time, please continue to support our petitions at change.org. We have reached over 112,000 signatures, but we continue to reach out to you, to audience, to make sure to share and help to sign the petition if you haven't done so. It is at change.org. Please join me to support ending impunity for justice in Cambodia, a worldwide campaign to find justice for victims of Cambodian state-backed killing. Together, we hold Hun Sen and his ally responsible for continuing to kill and hurt Cambodians. Ending impunity for justice in Cambodia against at change.org. The campaign seeks to support from Cambodian community inside and outside the country, and also from non-Cambodian as well, with the aim of gaining 500,000 signatures. Please help to sign, share, and forward the petitions. Again, thank you so much. I do have a short video clip of ending impunity for justice in Cambodia by Her Excellency Mosakur. She will be basically thanking you that help sign, share, and also promote the petition. Thank you so much. And please watch a little clip and we'll come back and I will introduce my my guest and we'll talk about our topic. Let me find the video for you. Thank you.
រដ្ឋប្រហារថ្ងៃទី5ទី6ជីវជាត្រូវបានខ្មាំងរំលើងបានសម្លាប់នេះជាប់ពាក់ព័ន្ធនឹងរាជរដ្ឋាភិបាលនៅអ្នកស្រីពីសិទ្ធិលោកបដិកម្មនេះត្រូវបានខ្មាំងរំលើងបានសម្លាប់3គ្រាប់កាលពីខែប៉ុន្តែប្រាក់អ្នកបេះដូងលែងដើរដល់សកុតភ្លៀងខ្ញុំសូមថ្លែងអំណរគុណទៅដល់បងប្អូនដែលបានចូលរួមចុះហត្ថលេខាលើកញ៉ាត់យុទ្ធនាការបញ្ចប់នៃទណ្ឌភាពនៅកម្ពុជាតាមនិយាយទាំងអស់ពីពិភពលោកបានចូលរួមធ្វើនៅកាតព្វកិច្ចដ៏សំខាន់មួយពិសេសយុវជនដែលបានចូលរួមញ៉ាត់បញ្ចប់នៃទណ្ឌភាពនៅប្រទេសកម្ពុជារបស់យើងហើយក៏ជាលើកទី1នៅក្នុងប្រវត្តិសាស្ត្រដែលបងប្អូនខ្មែរទូទាំងពិភពលោកអាចមានឱកាសចូលរួមស្វែងរកយុត្តិធម៌ជូនអ្នកដែលបានបាត់បង់ជីវិតទៅហើយនៅពេលនេះញ៉ាត់យើងបានជាង 100000 ដែលញ៉ាត់របស់យើងគឺមានចំនួន 100000 ជាងហើយមិនដែលមានញ៉ាត់ណាមានខ្ពស់ដល់ប៉ុណ្ណឹងហើយនៃទណ្ឌភាពនៅប្រទេសកម្ពុជាដែលយើងចង់បញ្ចប់គឺករណីសម្លាប់ដោយអត់ដូចជាករណីលោកជាវិជាករណីលោកស្រីពិសិដ្ឋលកាចាក់នៃលោកករណីលោកឈុតវិធីករណីនៃបដិជនសុនប៊ុនធឿនបានសម្លាប់ទង្គាលទៅលើពលរដ្ឋទៅលើអ្នកចេះដឹងទៅលើអ្នកដែលឈឺឆ្អាលរឿងប្រទេសជាតិរឿងនយោបាយហើយបន្តប៉ុណ្ណោះគឺយើងនឹងស្វែងរកយុត្តិធម៌នៅក្នុងប្រទេសកម្ពុជាទៀតមិនឲ្យមានការកាប់សម្លាប់ប្រជាពលរដ្ឋក្រៅប្រព័ន្ធច្បាប់នោះទេដូច្នេះយុទ្ធនាការនេះគឺជាយន្តការអន្តរជាតិមួយដើម្បីជួយរកយុត្តិធម៌គាត់តាមរយៈ
អន្តរជាតិ
ដើម្បីយើងប្តឹងទៅតុលាការអន្តរជាតិជួយរកភាពយុត្តិធម៌ជូនអ្នកដែលបានបាត់បង់ជីវិត
អ្នកដែលយកបានមកចុះហត្ថលេខាជាង100000នាក់នេះគឺយើងយកទៅអង្គការសហប្រជាជាតិដើម្បីទាមទារឲ្យអង្គការសហប្រជាជាតិដឹងថាត្រូវតែមានការស៊ើបអង្កេតដោយឯករាជ្យលើករណីទាំងអស់នេះ
លុះត្រាតែបងប្អូនយើងទាំងអស់គ្នានៅក្នុងស្រុកនិងក្រៅស្រុកចូលរួមឲ្យបានច្រើនបន្តនៅយុទ្ធនាការបញ្ចប់នីតិរដ្ឋភាពនៅក្នុងប្រទេសកម្ពុជា
ដូច្នេះសូមបន្តចុះញត្តិឲ្យបានច្រើនគ្រប់គ្នាបន្ថែមទៀត
ហើយខ្ញុំសង្ឃឹមថាពុកម៉ែបងប្អូននឹងបន្តចូលញត្តិអនឡាញនេះបន្តទៅទៀត
ដើម្បីឈានទៅរកយុត្តិធម៌ជូនដល់ជនរងគ្រោះហើយបញ្ចប់នីតិរដ្ឋភាពនៅប្រទេសកម្ពុជា
ដោយគ្រាន់តែបងប្អូនមានត្រឹមតែទូរស័ព្ទដៃមួយគ្រឿងនេះគឺជារឿងអស្ចារ្យមួយនៅក្នុងសតវត្សទី21នាសម័យបច្ចេកវិទ្យានេះ
យើងរួមគ្នាបញ្ចប់នីតិរដ្ឋភាពដើម្បីយុត្តិធម៌នៅកម្ពុជា
ចូលរួមបញ្ចប់នីតិរដ្ឋភាពដើម្បីយុត្តិធម៌នៅក្នុងកម្ពុជា
យើងចូលរួមបញ្ចប់នីតិរដ្ឋភាពដើម្បីយុត្តិធម៌នៅកម្ពុជាទាំងអស់គ្នា
យើងរួមគ្នាដើម្បីបញ្ចប់នីតិរដ្ឋភាពនៅប្រទេសកម្ពុជា
ដើម្បីបញ្ចប់នីតិរដ្ឋភាពឲ្យមានយុត្តិធម៌នៅក្នុងប្រទេសកម្ពុជា
រួមគ្នាបញ្ចប់នីតិរដ្ឋភាពដើម្បីយុត្តិធម៌នៅប្រទេសកម្ពុជា
រួមគ្នាបញ្ចប់នីតិរដ្ឋភាពដើម្បីយុត្តិធម៌នៅកម្ពុជា
សូមបងប្អូនចូលរួមចុះហត្ថលេខាលើញត្តិរបស់យើងដើម្បីបញ្ចប់វប្បធម៌នីតិរដ្ឋភាពនៅប្រទេសកម្ពុជាដើម្បីរកយុត្តិធម៌ជូនទៅដល់អ្នកដែលរងគ្រោះ
ចូលរួមបញ្ចប់នីតិរដ្ឋភាពនៅក្នុងប្រទេសកម្ពុជា
Welcome back, and please, your support is vital to finding justice for victims of state-backed killing in Cambodia. Together, we end impunity for justice in Cambodia. Like I said, until now, there is no perpetrator has been brought to justice. And please help to support by signing, sharing, and encourage friends and family to sign the petitions. The reason I said that there's no perpetrator have been brought to justice, we all know. For many years, there's no real killer have been brought to justice by the regime, and the latest killing is on November 21st, 2021 of CNRP activist youth. He was killed and hacked to death, Sincon. So until now, it's been over 3 months, almost 4 months, and there's no justice for him and his family. So again, it's November 21st recently. Like I said, it's less than 4 months ago. So please help still support our petitions as well. Thank you so much for joining our show. I am here speaking English. Our show on CNRP-America, 6 days per week in Khmer, and I am the only one who hosting it in English. And when we say we, it's like everybody who, from posting to on the webpage or posting on Facebook until so we speaking English. The purpose of this show is to bring awareness to the awful situation on Cambodia, and it's not only speaking English for the international community to understand. I speak English so that way this first and the second generations can understand as well, can also understand for being Khmer blood, to understand what's going on in Cambodia, understand what's going on in the country of their grandparent. So tonight, guests will help us with our journey of listening and also learning from a personal perspective to what that we can be better, and to also to help equip to help do our part to help Cambodia and to bring democracy and also to bring real human rights into Cambodia, because the situation is getting worse each day. I would like to welcome my guest. He so kind. I asked him the last minute because one of my guests has an emergency and was not able to join. So his name is Vannarin Puth. He is in Montreal, Canada. Let me welcome him. ជំរាបសួរលោកពូ
បាទជំរាបសួរ Linda បាទ
How are you?
Good, very good.
Thank you for joining our show, and thank you for always filling in the last minute.
No problem. You're welcome.
How is Montreal, Canada?
Yeah, Montreal, for the COVID situation, it's much better, you know, but there are some rules still apply, but it's already relaxed many rules, you know. It's very good. The hospitalization is very good now. The number in hospitalization, and for the weather, it's also, yeah, we have a nice temperature a few days, but now we are back very cold back, yeah. And we know not finished, I believe, up to end February maybe the temperature get better, but hoping from now we will get a little bit better, but today it's cold, yeah.
I read somewhere there's a truck protest. Is that somewhere close to Montreal or is it somewhere else?
About 2 hours. In fact, the protest is in all the many places in each province. They had a protest. Most of the bridge that cross between the United States and Canada, you know, but the most critical one, the one in Windsor in the Ontario province, about like 4 hours from here, 3-4 hours from here. That is very strategic for economy, because there are a lot of assembly core manufacturing in that area, you know. It look like 100 million of the good across that bridge every day, you know. So, but now I believe they apply after 3 weeks. The Canadian government is so, I don't know, so they not from my point of view anyway. They slack a lot of rule, and they not apply any hard rule for them. But now after 2 weeks and a half, they saw that the economy suffer so much, and they start to put emergency law now. I believe they all remove all of truck they towing outside, and they put a big ticket penalty for them, you know. Too much freedom here.
Good. Okay. Hopefully the situation resolved. I saw there's a lot of truck on the border, so hopefully it's getting resolved. Yeah, because the supply chain issue have been happening since last year, so everything is getting expensive, and on top of that, we don't have component coming in or going to Canada.
Yeah, because it look like each automobile there are a lot of good cross border 3-4 times, you know, to becoming a one car, you know. So there are many good traverse from country to country between Canada and United States for English bridge. Yeah.
Thank you, Lukpu. Let me bring my next guest. Her name is Sita Arunson. She is the CNRPA supporter in Fresno, California. Let me add her in. Sita.
Linda, Lukpu.
Sita.
How are you, Bong?
Good. How about you and Lukpu? Everything's
good.
Well?
Yeah.
Okay. What have you been up to? I heard you're pretty busy this weekend.
Yeah, we had an event. We had to host a monk who traveled through California, helping him raise some funds. So it was a successful one too. So it's good.
That's good.
Good. Thank you, Bong. So what's going on in Fresno? Anything new? Anything with COVID, or what's going on?
Not much, just the same. COVID case been rising, but the severity is not too bad, because my family's been getting infected by the COVID too, but not severe, because I think the COVID strand, you know, we have more immune now, and with the shots and the booster shot and all that stuff, so people don't get as sick as at the beginning when the COVID started.
I'm glad your family is doing okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Bong, and thank you, Lukpu, for being on the show tonight. Our topic is US-ASEAN Summit 2022. We all know that Hun Sen is the chairman of the ASEAN right now. And let me bring some picture. It consists of 10 countries. So it's a rotating chairman. It's not like Hun Sen did an amazing job every year with human rights and democracy that they choose him to be the chair. No, it's a rotation shift. Last time was because it's 10 countries. Last time was 10 years ago. We all know that President Biden has invited Hun Sen to Washington, D.C. Let me bring up the letter before I let me share screen. You're able to see my screen?
Yeah.
Oh, now it's so small. Okay. So this letter is from President Biden to some like Hun Sen, and the letter said, "I hope this letter find you well. My administration looks forward to working with Cambodia as 2022 ASEAN chair under Cambodia's chairmanship. The United States hope to both grow our relationship with ASEAN and continue to pursue our common goal in the region. The United States is committed to ASEAN centrality and remains steadfast in its support for ASEAN Center regional architecture at the heart of the Indo-Pacific." So this is a letter from Joe Biden, and this is a letter that respond from from Hun Sen. He said, "I thank you for your letter expressing you intend to invite me to ASEAN leader to attend the special U.S. summit in the coming months, and you desire to further strengthen the relationship between ASEAN and the U.S. under Cambodia chairmanship of ASEAN. As the ASEAN chair for 2022, I wish to reiterate Cambodia's strong commitment and full support for the U.S. to convene the ASEAN-U.S. Special Summit in Washington, D.C. I am confident that the summit will provide a good opportunity for us to exchange views on how to further advance the ASEAN-U.S. corporations." This letter was dated February 1st from Hun Sen, but the letter from President Joe Biden was January 14. That's the letter issued on January 14, but we all know we heard Hun Sen saying it since October, I believe October or November of last year, proudly that he's going to be here. Why should he be here, Bong Sita?
Well, there's pro and con. The pro, if he get to meet the president, of course, Hun Sen's face gonna be, like balloon up. He gonna use that to embellish his name, his legacy, and all that stuff. But that's for Hun Sen. But the con is not good for Cambodian people because it's like a slap in the face of a democracy. But another pro that I can look at from another side is that President Biden will not let him come and without any string attached to, he gonna be asking, the ASEAN and especially Hun Sen, the leader, to strengthen up the human right violation that he's been doing, and also gonna put pressure on free and fair election. And as we all know, the opposition party been banned, dismissed no longer as a party. And so hopefully President Biden will put that pressure to Hun Sen to have Hun Sen have the opposition party put back in the election in 2023 next year. So hopefully President Biden will, put some pressure and say, hey, these are the condition that you have to meet in order for, for for the U.S. to strengthen the tie with Cambodia and with the ASEAN. So that's the other pro that I can see that can come out good, that can come out from that meeting.
Thank you, Bong. Look, Poo, Hun Sen been proudly telling it, telling Cambodian inside the country that he will be here. He got invited by the president to be here. And like I said, I believe it's November. Why he's solely proud? Why he's solely proud telling the people that he's got invited to be here?
Yeah.
What's the benefit of him telling Cambodian inside so proudly that he's going to come and come to the land of America and not that going to go into the White House?
Yeah, first, technically, yes, he's proud. I believe he's right because since 1953, it is the second time that President of United States of America, the most powerful country in both economic and military, that invite the leader of Cambodian leader to be in White House. So it's a second time in history. In fact, technically, yes, Cambodian government or the Hun Sen regime is very proud technically, but I believe this proudness maybe will I don't know, will coming a very sad situation once he put his foot in the United States or in the White House or either in another place, because as Sita said minutes ago, Hun Sen come here, he attacked with many problems, For sure, there are main two problems that recognized worldwide. One is Myanmar, that he visit Myanmar recently, that he recognized the military leader Min Aung Hlaing as an official prime minister of United Myanmar country, that for sure that he will attack by this visit. And second, his the South China Sea, the China military installation on the island in South China Sea, that Hun Sen was not agree 10 years ago. That was also in a summit in Cambodia of the ASEAN summit. And because of the Hun Sen, that he's not agree about the privilege of the China, the presence of China in South China military in South China Sea. Hun Sen support Chinese government instead of condemn Chinese government as other country does. So this thing have not been agreed anything because as ASEAN policy, in order to agree anything, that subject need to be all the 10 members agree. If one of the member is not agree, that the topic or the subject of the summit it just gone. So I hope this time that coming in Cambodia, in fact, the summit in United States that Biden invite Hun Sen is not an official, not an official Asian summit. It just USA-ASEAN, so they're a private. You can say private, but it's not Asian summit. It USA-ASEAN. It can be ASEAN with China, that happened a few months ago with via the conference call with Xi Jinping, and also last year I believe there a conference call also with Biden with the previous chair of Brunei, so this will be the same as preparation, but it really proud. Because why he's proud? Because it's the second time that the leader of Cambodian put his feet on the White House. And as you know, we can talk later on about how many people against this idea, you know.
Thank you, Lukpu. Also, I just remember there is a summit going on at Siem Reap this week. The summit was postponed since January. Would you, Lukpu Vannarin, would you have to familiarize out with to our audience why was that summit was postponed in January?
Yeah, you know, after visit of Hun Sen in Myanmar, I believe on the 7th or 8th January, I'm not sure, I forgot, you know.
Yes.
We supposed to have a summit between foreign minister of the Asian leader or of the Asian country in Siem Reap on 18 January, you know. But that summit had been cancelled because Hun Sen want always to bring the foreign minister of the military regime to join the meeting. And after that, he said that he just, I'm sorry, the language, he just bullshit, you know, he just lied to other people that some of the Asian leaders cannot join because of the COVID. In fact, many Asian members reject the idea of bringing the foreign minister of the Myanmar current military regime to join, you know, that all. And I think even before that they had a conference call between the president of Joe Dodo of the Indonesia or Malaysia or Philippines. There's many of them call, even Singapore call directly to Mr. Hun Sen to stop to stop saying what he is proud to visit of the Myanmar military regime, you know. So that had a lot of friction. But now because Hun Sen as a chairman, finally he agreed that he will not invite the military regime to Siem Reap, so they agreed to meet this week. I believe right now a few of them already arrived in Siem Reap. Yeah.
Thank you, Lukpu. Let me read a little bit. It's an in-person foreign minister retreat scheduled for in January in Siem Reap was postponed indefinitely. So this meeting is actually happening on February 17, 18, like this week. It's happening this week.
Yeah, that I was saying. Yeah.
Yeah, so the meeting will go on because Hun Sen agreed that there's no representative from Myanmar, from the dictatorship, from Myanmar. The military leader will be representing. So he's so the summit will be this week. Bong Sita Lupu brought up that on January 7 and 8, Hun Sen went to Myanmar. Can you help to let our audience why did he went to Myanmar, and is there friction between the ASEAN, the other 8 countries?
Yeah, definitely. The other majority of the country of the ASEAN did not want Hun Sen to visit Myanmar, but he went ahead and went anyway. Hun Sen said that he went because he wanted to make some sense or bring peace, you know, that he can talk to Myanmar leaders, the dictator leader, to you know, to give become more give more freedom to the opposition party. You know, he was hoping to bring better and get good result by meeting Myanmar, but it turned out that nothing came as a good result from that meeting, as we all seen in the news. So he even when after the meeting, Hun Sen even said that the Myanmar leader promised to release one of the Australian professor or somebody that they put in jail, but it turned out that it did not happen. So, you know, there's a lot of things that Hun Sen overpromised but underdeliver by that meeting, and So he showed the incapability that he was not able to do what he wanted to do, and that was an embarrassment for Hun Sen's part, to to show that he's not able to lead the ASEAN summit. But it's just like you mentioned earlier, it's just every 10 years, it's his turn to do it. So, but nothing good came out from that meeting, and we all seen it.
Thank you, Bong. And we are February 15 right now, so he's been a chairman for 2 months, less than 60 days. How many failed attempts that he did? First, he was proudly saying that he negotiated the Paris Peace Accord, so he should be able to bring that negotiation skill to Myanmar and should be able to negotiate. He went ahead, like Bong Sita said, went to Myanmar, met with the Min Aung Hlaing, the military leader, and does not meet with any of the opposition in Myanmar. He came back proudly, establishing that he's completed 3 of the 5 points on the ASEAN. And again, February 15, and nothing come out of that. And at the same time, all the ASEAN country, the other 8 ASEAN country refused to be at the summit after he came back from Myanmar. So the January summit have been postponed to this week. So we'll pay attention to that, see what's going on. But our topic today for US-ASEAN summit, Luk, you in Canada, will you travel to the US if Hun Sen's here?
With yeah, I believe like last time, if Hun Sen here, we each time that Hun Sen at the UN a few years ago, and at the time also I traveled that, but this year because of the COVID, we are not sure how the rule. Because we need to test, go and back, But for sure, if Hun Sen come here, exam in Washington DC, we have done already that. We traveled to Washington DC 2 years ago and 3 years ago. We did that. I'm ready to be there. Yeah, I'm ready to be there for sure. I'm ready to be there because I believe we need to show the world that we are not agree what Hun Sen had been done on Cambodia so far. How Hun Sen dictator is, and how cruelty of him that he had been done. The way that he lead the country, even right now, it really recently they arrest the leader of the union. They just protest, against the Nagawa. So I will be there for sure, and a lot of people from Cambodian community here from Montreal will be there as last time. Yeah. No, don't hear that.
I actually forgot to ask the questions also. Bong Sita always said already that that's the good and the bad of him being here. From your opinion, what's the good part of him being here? Besides that, we don't want to see him, but if he's here, what would be the good part for either America or Cambodia?
Are you asking me or asking Lupu?
Lupu can answer.
No, go ahead, Sita.
Oh, go ahead, Bong Sita.
The good thing that he's being here is that President Biden gonna put some measure, some pressure for him to follow, and if he doesn't do those things, it might not. So if Hun Sen try to be friend with the U.S., then he probably gonna let go of the Chinese, hopefully. But how likely is that gonna be? Right now, I'm thinking that Hun Sen's probably want that summit to be here in the United States with President Joe Biden, just to embellish his face, his name. And afterward, Hun Sen will do what he want to do as usual. So I hope President Joe Biden make some strong pressure, commitment to have Hun Sen do what he's supposed to do than just talk, and that's hopefully he will, like I said earlier, put pressure to have the opposition party go back and have to join with the election next year and have the right to be in the electoral in the election again, and also help with the human right violation that he's been doing all these years. So I hope those things are being brought up by President Joe Biden and put some really pressure on him. So if that's the case, then that would be great. The meeting would be a great meeting to have. But if he's just doing the meeting just to get his face embellished and then go back to do what he always do, and then go back to Chinese being his boss again, then it's not a good thing. But we'll see. Hopefully, good things will come out of that.
What is the one thing that you want Joe Biden to say to Hun Sen? To how Hun Sen commit to be doing when he get back to Cambodia? Sita.
I want to say two things. Human
two
rights.
things.
Yeah. So one, stop violate human right. And secondly, is to have the opposition party, CNRP, have the right to be on the ballot for 2023 in the general election as well. And all the leader go back, Sam Rangsi and all the other leader have the right to go back to Cambodia, participate in the election. That's my two main plea to President Biden, to put those two main things to pressure Hun Sen, or to talk to Hun Sen, have dialogue with Hun Sen with those two topics. Yeah.
Thank you, Bong. Okay, now look, Pooh, what is 3 things you want President Biden say to Hun Sen, or what 3 things you want to send a message to Joe Biden to say to Hun Sen?
I believe I can separate in 2 meetings, because the way that the leader meet together sometimes in front of everybody, they don't want to take the Cambodian case in front of the 9 country Asian leader, For sure, I separate in 2 sections. One is in front of the Asian leader. For sure, there are 2 main subjects that they talk to Hun Sen. One is the wrongdoing, the visit that he did in January, that visit Myanmar, visit Min Aung Hlaing, and recognize that him as a prime minister official, and claim himself as me am a chairman ASEAN. I can go to visit without any agreement of other member. That is one big subject that President Biden will talk to him, And second one is the South China Sea, the presence of the Chinese military in on that area, that will bring a lot of instability or non-security to Asian number. The private talk, I'm pretty sure President Biden will talk for sure about the election in Cambodia, about why that they arrest Mr. Kem Sokha as and the reason that they arrest, they said that because the Kem Sokha and United States put together want to bring his government down, you know, that everybody know that. I believe for United States, I believe if they take that subject to tell Hun Sen will be embarrassing, you know, really embarrassing. Up to now, there are no proof that Mr. Kem Sokha do anything wrong about the speech in Australia, you know. So for sure, Biden talk about that. Second topic that Biden will talk about, I'm pretty sure that without question about the military port in Riem, you know, in Riem province, province, that for sure that also another topic that maybe they also talk this topic in front of the leader also, because the Riem the Riem port, the seaport, you know, that what the side that they build and they remove all the sand to get a very deep sea, you know, to get to bring all the military ship of the China, and also the airport, and also the whole area that Hun Sen give to the company UDG, which that company already banned by US treasury, you know, about because they want to build that area as a Batum Sako to they said that for civil, but many people, many journalists talk about this area is built for the civil people, but these civil people can convert to soldier military anytime, you know, for the Chinese people. So this question, the 2-3 main question that they will talk about for sure. And I believe Hun Sen, he talked about his proudness, because some of Cambodian people that live in rural area, they didn't know what happened. So when Hun Sen said that maybe they just believe Hun Sen, because all the TV in Cambodia, all the Hun Sen daughter channel, you know, all the TV. So I'm pretty sure that why they want to, that they are proud because of this, because they want to advertise his power more for the rural region. But I'm pretty sure most of the people in the young people or in the city, they don't believe Eddie Hun Sen what he said, you know. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Lukpu. So you are saying he gonna talk about regarding opposition, regarding Kem Sokha, regarding also the most important is the South China Sea, which is affecting Cambodia. I mean, Cambodia play a role in allowing China to build naval base at the Riem naval base, and also at the Rasikor, where the international airport is at right now. So those two locations is helping China regarding the South China Sea. Sita, you have an answer. Will you be in Washington to protest when he's here, Bong?
Most likely, but at this
what
point,
do you want
we
to tell
can't say.
him when you there? What do you want to tell him? We just asked President Joe Biden what to say to Hun Sen. Now, what do you want to say to? I mean, what does Bong Sita want to say to Hun Sen when he's here in the land of democracies and respect for human rights?
Why you want to be here? You want to be here just for your face, for you recognize that you can be friend with the U.S., or you want to be here to negotiate, to have dialogue with the free world? Do you want I would ask him those two questions. What's your purpose of being here? Is it really to have dialogue with the free world leaders, or really just to have a perfect picture post, to show the world that you can be friend with United States, but then when you go back to Cambodia, you do the same thing what you've been doing. those questions I really, hope that he will take into consideration and think about, besides just being here and then nothing good come out of it. I hope he does take things into consideration and think about the outcome of what his action's going to be, for the Cambodian people and the Cambodian future.
Thank you, Bong. Look, Poo, what do you want to say to him? You want Joe Biden to do 2 or 3 things earlier regarding opposition party, regarding South China Sea. You want President Biden to talk to him. Now, what do you Look Poo want to say to Hun Sen when he's here?
Yeah, the main topic, the main word that I tell him I need just the main point is stop arrest all the innocent people. That the first point, all the activist opposition CNRP activists need to release that from the prison and release also all the other leader like union leader. There are no way, there are no question, there are no reason why arrest the union leader, and how it's not just arrest, they punish, the way that the actual regime punish or arrest them. It really cruel, even taking the COVID situation, bring them to do the test. After that, they arrest some of them. That for sure release of the activists and the leader union from jail. That first one. And second one is bring Cambodia to democracy, and there are many of them, but for sure I believe bring Cambodia to for democracy. That is the second point that Hun Sen need to respect that, because in fact, the reason that Hun Sen, I can say, demolish or destroy the CNRP, it really the reason they one of the statement that they I don't know what to say in English. Sorry, there's some word not come out in my mind because it's just always friend, But anyway, that really the main reason that Hun Sen regime take news to destroy the CNRP is Kam Sokha work together with United States to bring the Hun Sen, to bring the official, they said that the official government down. That the main reason. And he never proved that. And so far, I believe that why he need to show the people that we need to put back the democracy, the human rights act, everything in Cambodia. Because don't forget, Cambodia signed a lot of agreement with United Nations concerning human rights, concerning women rights, concerning the ethnic group rights. There are a lot of stuff that so Hun Sen cannot continue to be best friend with China Xi Jinping anymore, because right now, again, I don't want to deviate the subject, but I believe that the big issue if Hun Sen continue to support with China, as right now, the China is enemy of the world right now, as China is enemy of the world. And dictator, I believe, cannot win the democracy. Recently, you see the Putin pull out the troops from to invade the Ukraine. So democracy and freedom of speech will win the dictatorship. I'm pretty sure that. So Hun Sen need to know that, need to understand that. I believe it's not just his family, because right now it's too much. It's too much cruel the way that he lead the Cambodia. Yeah.
Thank you, Look Poo. One of our audience mentioned that I want Hun Sen to know just because he's here does not mean he's welcome. Yeah. That is correct. He is not welcome here.
Yeah. Sorry.
And he will be met with protest. So that's our message to Hun Sen, that he is not welcome in America. And we all say it, we put it nicely what we want to say to him, but in short, he's not welcome.
Yeah, in fact, it's not he. I believe the protest is not only among Cambodian living abroad. It also even I believe you in OFA. The Garrett Genzer, the lawyer, human rights lawyer, that the front of the century. When he went to Cambodia to watch the way that the judge do practice the law over there, and when he came back to United States, the immigration authority in Cambodia banned him to go back to Cambodia for the whole life. That he said that he will, when Hun Sen come to United States, he will bring a lot of people to protest, So even him, he will put on his Twitter when Hun Sen come. So I believe on his Twitter there are hundred thousand people follow him. I'm pretty sure there will have a lot of friends to protest against Hun Sen, and also even the human rights watch Phil Robinson also, that he not agree. He said that he will receive a lot of protests if with from other communities, not just Cambodian community. So yeah.
Thank you, Lukpu. Bang Sita, in Cambodia, even though in 2018 Hun Sen won 125 seats in the parliament, which in reality represent 100% of the Cambodian people, but in reality, he does not represent 100%, because he dissolved CNRP, and that's how he got his 125 seat. We know in Cambodia, it's not 100 people, not 100% of people is favor to Hun Sen. We as the voice in America, we as a voice of the opposition, and also as a voice for democracy, and for the voice that respects human rights and want him to respect human rights. When he's here, what do we want the program, people that setting up meeting, what do we want them to do? What do we want? Because we also represent the voice of Cambodian people. What do you want to see? What you want to see President Biden do with because we don't want him just to meet with Hun Sen.
Like Lupu mentioned earlier, there's probably there's two meetings. Hopefully, there's two meetings. One's private, or if President Joe Biden will not talk, put some pressure with Joe Biden with Hun Sen publicly when he meet with all the 10 ASEAN leaders. Hopefully, President Joe Biden will meet with Hun Sen privately and really have dialogue and put pressure on Hun Sen what should be done for Cambodia, the human rights, the opposition party to have their seats in the election, next coming up election in 2023. So hopefully those topics will come to light. We'll have those dialogue with Hun Sen, and hopefully Hun Sen will agree to those options. And another thing that I want to say, that I don't understand why Hun Sen is being so proud this time to have the invitation from President Joe Biden, when the last time he accused Kumzaka, the opposition party leaders, accused him of being treason, cooperate with the foreigner, and those foreigner we all know is the United States, that he accused Hun Sen accused Kumzaka of being a treason because he cooperated with the foreigner, and now all of a sudden he's so proud with having to come to the United States and that he get to meet Joe Biden, the president of the United States, and all that stuff. So I don't understand his logic. He's accused somebody of being the treason because they came to United States and and accused that they work with the foreigner to bring the government Hun Sen government down. But now he's the one who's coming and being so proud of. That part I don't understand. Yeah.
Thank you, Bong. Yes, we as an opposition, we would like to have a seat at the table. We would like to have a meeting also with President Joe Biden to express that we are the voice of half of the Cambodian people in Cambodia. Talking about President Joe Biden, we do have a letter, an open letter to President Joe Biden regarding US-ASEAN summit. The summit should work to bring genuine democracy to Myanmar and Cambodia. So this brings both topics to the table regarding Myanmar and Cambodia. Let me read. And also the reason I bring it up, I would like our audience to please help to sign the petitions at actionnetworks.org. I put the link. Please click on that link and help to sign that. We have 948 signatures. This is against an open letter to President Joe Biden. Please make your voice clear, make your voice loud regarding this. So let me see. The open letter is from urging President Biden and his administration to take action to promote democracy and human rights in the upcoming US-ASEAN summit. With regarding to Cambodia, we urge the United States to provide support and backing for the existing people-based independent fact-finding commissioner of inquiry of Cambodia, created by the people and civil society to shine the spotlight on Hun Sen's 37 years of ignorance, widespread democracy and human rights violation, and to present this information to decision maker and policy maker. So it is an online campaign, and also it talk about our petition that we that I speak of in beginning of the show, which is ending impunity for justice in Cambodia. We have collected over 112 signatures, so and the majority of the signature came from inside of Cambodia. The second point that we are sending the message to President Joe Biden is declare ahead of time that U.S. will not recognize the 2022 Commune and 2023 parliamentarian Cambodian elections, and they have no chance of fitting the definition of free and fair election. The U.S. can always change that decision should that be proved to the contrary after the elections. So that's the 2 points that regarding Cambodia that we want to send a message to President Joe Biden. So please help to head to actionnetwork.org to sign the petitions. Let me see.
That's right. I totally forgot about that. Yes, it's very important. If Hun Sen have the right to sit down and have conversation, have dialogue with President Joe Biden, the opposition party, Sam Rang-si, represent the other half of the population of Cambodia. He should have the right to sit down and have the same dialogue with Joe Biden, with President Biden as well. That's very important. Yes, we plead for that to happen as well.
Yeah, here is the image of the open letter. I'm scrolling it down. This is the open letter again. Like we wish to state our concern regarding Mr. Hun Sen's participation in the summit, given his lack of legitimacy as the democratically elected Prime Minister of Cambodia. Mr. Hun Sen, a former Khmer commander, is one of the longest ruling dictators in the world. He has ruled over Cambodia with impunity for 42 years. And doing overnight a UN-sponsored elected and rehabilitation effort through the threat of armed accession in the 1993 a violent coup. So you can read some more on the what civil society put together and to President Joe Biden regarding his Hun Sen visit to the US. So let me see. Yeah, so please head to actionnetwork.org to sign that petition, sign the open letter. I put the link on there. So thank you for our audience who have signed and also share. Please forward that petitions because we need more people to do that. And also regarding there's a video I actually forgot about that that I want to show as well. I believe it's the Commission Inquiry of Cambodia. Let me see if I can find that for you. Let me share that screen. Please also head to there and also to watch the video. It is, I believe it's an over an hour's long, this video. So please watch it. We will also have this video in Cambodian, in Khmer. It's going to be I believe less than 10 minutes. So we are working on getting that so that way our audience can go and support and also click like and share as well. But please head to, let me see where they get that from. This is savecambodia.org, Commission of Inquiry. Let me also put the link, and please help to watch the video, like, share, comment on that. Like I said, we will have a short versions coming up soon, available for everybody to help share and like that. So I think that's all the informations I have regarding the US summit. Lukpu, would you like to add anything to our topic or any message that you have not say to Hun Sen?
Yeah, I just want to additional comment about helping to sign the petition. You know, it's very important to have the voice together. You know, to condemn the Hun Sen regime. You know, it's not just a freedom of press. Everything in Cambodia is very bottom line. You know, recently I talked with Sun TV about the World Project Rule of Law. You know, it another organism that they talk about the justice in Cambodia. You know, Cambodia is number 138 among 139. One at the bottom is just before Venezuela. You know, about the justice. The justice in Cambodia is even worse, even worse than country in Africa, the poor country. It really justice and the corruption. The two indict your Transparency International, indict also the Cambodia stay in the bottom. So right now, the Cambodia is even worse than the Myanmar Min Aung Hlaing regime, military regime about corruption. It really the worst country in the world. It's just above Venezuela. You imagine that what Cambodia is now about the justice. You know, nobody have any justice without dollar. You know, so please helping to sign because we need to show that we are strong, we are together. We want to condemn that regime. He cannot lead Cambodia anymore. You know, destroy everything. So that only my message. So please help to sign all the petition. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Lukpu. Sita, any last word you want to send to Hun Sen? We sent enough to President Joe Biden already. How about what would you like to send to Hun Sen?
When you come to United States, you will meet with a large number of protesters, and don't expect to be welcome. Your people that you will pay to come to do the other opposition protest, to support you, probably in a small number. But for us, those who are doing with our heart and with our own money, you're gonna meet many of us, and maybe the human rights watch groups and the Myanmar groups will probably join us as well too. So you're gonna be meeting a lot of protests. So be prepared for that.
Thank you, Bong, and thank you, Luk Pu,
Thank
for being
you.
here tonight. Thank you so much for for our discussions, to make your voice heard, what you want to say, what you want to send to President Joe Biden, and also mostly send to dictator. So Hun Sen, so please, thank you so much for being here. And like I said, Luk Pu, thank you for filling in the last minute. Thank you.
Okay, no problem. Thank you.
Thank you, and I see you next time, both guests.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, our audience, for joining my show. This is Khmer Youth Voices for Justice, this part of the CNRP-America live show. Our topic today was US-ASEAN Summit 2022. Like Bong Sita said, like Luk Pu said, and like most of my guests said, I can say all of my guests, Hun Sen is not welcome in America. He's not welcome, period. So we, who is the people who like democracy, who respect human rights, will be there to welcome him, also to welcome him and welcome him with enthusiastic and welcome him loudly. And that is passion that coming from us, the passion that we don't welcome dictator in the land of democracy. So please watch out. We will as soon as we find out when he's here, we will let you know, so everybody can join to voice your concern. We've been talking and on what we're gonna want President Joe Biden to do, but what we want to do, what both guests wanted to say is we want a piece of the action. What it means is we want also to be talking to President Joe Biden, me meaning the opposition, the civil society, the people that represented half of the Cambodian people's voice inside Cambodia. So we would like as well to be able to be on the table, to be talking and expressing what the real Cambodian people want. So please help and sign the petitions at actionnetwork.org. That's an open letter to President Joe Biden. Also head to savecambodia.org for commission of inquiry to also watch that video, like, share, and comment on that video as well. On that video, we will have a shorter versions, less than 10 minutes in Khmer, so that way our audience can understand what's going on. And I know that the audience in America can understand what's going on that video. So please head to actionnetwork.org, head to savecambodia.org, and also head to change.org to help and sign the petition. Thank you so much, and thank you, my audience. Your dedication to me every Tuesday. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for your comments and your good wishes, and same to you. Hope you have a great day. Hope you have a great you in America. Hope you have a good evening, or wherever in the world. Hope you have a good day and a good week. I will see you next week, and thank you so much for joining our show.